What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Reds Honey, and today we're going to get into my current favorite products. So I got perfumes, I have body care, I have foundations, concealers, powders, blushes, bronzers, highlighters, and lip products. So without further ado, let's get into it because y'all know I will be talking quite a long time. So I'm gonna start off with the body care and the fragrance, and then we're gonna dip into the makeup, and then we should be done. It's gonna take a little while though, so I was thinking about putting a couple of home care things in here, but I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. If I do, I will have paused and came back because the home care stuff is over there and I don't want to have to, like, you know, edit myself out. So I'm gonna start off with this. So I had seen this going around about people talking about this pistachio skincare, pistachio oil, pistachio body butter. It's a hydrating pistachio body butter. So this I've only seen on Amazon. I don't know if there's like a website they have that you can buy from. I'm not sure. It's 8 ounces. I thought it was okay price point. I think it was like 20 something dollars. It goes like, it fluctuates like up and down. Y'all know how Amazon is. Sometimes stuff goes up and stuff goes down. At least I've noticed that. Now I don't shop on Amazon regularly, so y'all can tell me if that's a normal thing or not. I assume it is. Like if somebody buys it, then it makes the price of it go up or whatever. I'm assuming that's how it goes. I'm not exactly sure, but y'all, this stuff smells so amazing. It smells so good. It has like this really sweet pistachio smell to it that I just absolutely love. So I have been loving, once I get out of the shower, because I use my native, like what is it, sugar cookie body wash, because that's my favorite one from them. Unfortunately it's a holiday one, so I bought like 3 of them while they were on sale at Target, and I've been pairing it with my Yum Pistachio Gelato from Kayali. I love these together. They smell so good together. Like I just wrap up in the sheets and go to sleep, and I'm just like, I smell so delicious. Like I love wearing this to bed at night, and then in the daytime when I want to have that seductive smell or whatnot, then I'll put the Fenty Beauty perfume and her body lotion together for when I want like a date night or a flirty like summer night. I plan on putting those together. I've done it once. I haven't done it frequently, but this is the one I've been using frequently when I go to bed. I'm like, yes, I just want to smell so delicious. And then in the morning I know like I still smell like this, and I can put my my next fragrance on that I'm going to talk about that I have actually been pairing with this as well. Y'all know I had to get my vanilla candy rock sugar, so I ended up getting the full size because y'all know in the video I had the small size, but I got the full size like I told you all, just because I loved it that much. So I've been pairing both of these together pretty regularly, and I've really been liking the smell of it, especially when I put it with this, and then in the daytime get up and put on this one. But I've also been loving to pair this one with a couple more. So I paired it with Vanilla Old 36 a little while ago. This one was kind of more expensive, so I wanted to make sure I liked it well enough. So I always start off with a small one and then get a big one. I like it okay. I feel like I like the original vanilla better than this one, so I probably won't rebuy it, but I love pairing it with this one. I just feel like it gives a little extra oomph of vanilla, because I feel like with this one you smell a lot of bubble gum and a lot of like the white caramel and the candied peach. So I feel like this brings a little bit more vanilla and it pulls the vanilla cream out of this one. So I've been pairing these together and thoroughly enjoying them, as well as pairing it with Vanilla 28, of course, because it's a classic. It's supposed to be the fun younger sister of this one, from what I remember her describing. Now I do have a travel size of this one, which is why mine is full. It's not because I haven't used it, it's because I've been using the travel size. Since I have like 2 or 3 travel sizes, I use one travel size at home. Then I was like, I'll start on this one and save my other travel size for when I go on vacation, because I bought the 3-pack that they had with Vanilla, Eden, and I think it was Burning Love Fest or something like that. So I've been pairing both of these together. Absolutely loving them. So I've just been re-falling in love with my Kayali. But I have been using another fragrance besides Kayali. But I want to get my body, my other body care out the way before we start on more fragrance. So I've been loving this Ocean Glow from Tree Hut. I have the matching scrub. I just didn't bring it with me because I felt like that'd be a little messy. Plus I didn't want to forget in my shower because I have to use it tonight. So this smells like a ocean. It just smells like a nice sweet ocean tropical vibe to it, and I've been loving to pair this with a new combo that I had started off with. So what I'll do is tonight I'm going to scrub with that, and then I have the matching body cream, and then y'all almost dropped the Kayali. I would have had to cry. I would have to cry and cuss. No, but I've been pairing with the new Cocoa Shimmy from Snif. I've been really enjoying it, and I paired it with Mood Ring. So I pair both of these together, just get a really nice sweet smell from it, because you get that more beachy coconut pineapple vibe with this and a little bit of sunscreen, and then I just put Mood Ring in it to add a little bit more of the sweetness back that I feel like is taken away by the sunscreen, because the sunscreen doesn't give that much sweetness, but Mood Ring, you all know, smells like peach gummy, so it brings back that sweetness to the scent, and I feel like they just smell amazing together. So I've worn these on their own together, and I'm gonna wear them tonight with that combo I just told you all about, and I feel like it's gonna smell absolutely amazing because I've just been enjoying all the Snif fragrances I have for the most part. I'm going to rank them soon. I just want to use Tarte Deco a little bit more. I've actually been pairing it with something else, but I don't know how I feel about that combination yet, so I'm just trying to hold off. A couple more fragrances I have. This is just body mist fragrances or whatever, but I figure I'll show them. I'm here, you're here, we're all here. So I did end up getting my hands on both of them. I gave you an initial review on Moonstone because that was the only one I could get my hands on at the time, but Dragon Fruit finally came back into stock, so I went ahead and picked it up. This actually reminds me of a perfume that I already own that I talked to you all about. It reminds me of 5 Cents Life of the Party. If you don't want to buy 5 Cents Life of the Party, this literally smells almost identical to it. Just expect it not to last as long and you'll have to reapply. But 5 Cents Life of the Party is I think like $59, whereas this is only 20 bucks and the big one is 35. So I feel like it would be a better deal if you just went ahead and got this one. But I was surprised that I actually liked this because it said it had the watermelon notes and other things in it that I wasn't necessarily crazy about, but it surprised me and I'm happy I ended up picking it up. Now Moonstone was the one I was most interested in, and it's definitely the one that I really like. I feel like Moonstone will pair really nicely with the Ocean Glow, or what was it called? Ocean Glow? Yeah, the Ocean Glow that I just showed you all. It was paired really nicely with that too, just based upon the smell. But I've really been enjoying this. Again, this reminds me of a perfume that I own too. It's just I can't remember off the bat like what the name of the perfume is. That's why I haven't given y'all a picture of it yet, because I'm like, what I'm doing is I'm starting a little series that I'm gonna put on Instagram where I'll post a floor fragrance and then tell y'all like the dupe to it with the perfume sitting next to it. I did, y'all don't follow Beaute. I posted that on Instagram and told you all that it was similar to something else, but you know. Moving on, we'll move on to the next set of things. So now, so I have been obsessed with candles lately. And I've been buying bougie parfum candles. So I have Lake and Sky 1111. That's one of my favorite ones to burn. I told you all about that candle. I'm pretty sure I showed it to you all. You all saw me when I picked it up for the first time. I love it. It literally smells just like the fragrance Lake and Sky 1111. So if you love that fragrance and you want your house to smell like it, then you should definitely pick that up. Because y'all, it is amazing. Like I just got another one from Blue Mercury yesterday because it's on sale for 20% off for Mother's Day, and I love it that much. But this brand I have tried out for the first time, and I must say I am obsessed. I'm actually burning this candle right now, so I have a backup of it. This is the one in Biscuit. They have a couple more I wanted to try. They have one called Chantilly. I believe that's how you say it. It's supposed to be like a vanilla cream. It smells really nice. This one definitely to me is more potent than that one is though, so just keep that in mind. Like however potent you want it would determine which one you should buy. They have one called Cafe, which is supposed to smell like coffee beans, but I was just like, I want my house to smell like coffee beans. Normally I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I just noticed that sometimes some coffee fragrances are a little too potent for my liking, so I personally wouldn't buy it. They have a candied one too that I'm interested in getting, but it's a Nordstrom exclusive, and Nordstrom hasn't had a sale yet, because I only buy these candles when they're on sale because they're so expensive. Like this candle is $78 normally, but I got it at 20% off from from Space NK. And then the first ones I bought, I got 20% off from Bloomingdale. So when they go on sale, I'm going to rack up on them just because I really like this one. And I kind of want to try other ones, but they're so expensive. So it's like I'd have to get like a trial set of the other ones. These I knew I would like just based upon them being like cafe scents. And I usually like coffee scented and vanilla scented candles. So I took a risk and won. But the other ones, I'm like, I'm going to have to, you know, we'll have to see. I don't know. The battery's flashing, perfect timing. So I'm going to put the fragrances and stuff away, and then we'll get into this makeup, girl. So I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so I forgot one more fragrance. I had stuff sitting on top of it because as usual, per these videos, I usually have a lot of stuff. So I had my Forever Mood Discovery set here, and I've been using a good majority of these. So I actually bought a full size. If you remind me, ooh, what just fell out? Oh, I Am Her fell out. That's the one I actually have not been using. I've been using Hard to Get, You Remind Me, and NDA. So what I did was I paired Hard to Get with some of the other fragrances I've been trying out and exploring. So I've actually put Hard to Get with Cocoa Shimmy one time. I thought that was really nice. I've been putting You Remind Me with which one is it? It was a fragrance I put it with. I'm trying to remember the name of it. And then NDA I've been putting with More Sex from Charlotte Tilbury. So I like that one with it. I like You Remind Me with a few things, but I don't remember the last thing I put it with, and then Hard to Get I put with Cocoa Shimmy. So I've been liking all of those except I Am Her. I Am Her is actually my least favorite one, and that's the one that's supposed to be the Sweet Gourmand. So I always find it weird that like the one that's supposed to be geared toward what I normally like, I do not like at all. But I said it before, I'll say it again, like the red velvet in it, it's just too much personally for my liking. So that's why I ended up, you know, like opting out of getting that one. I used to do that before I started like diving more into fragrance and, you know, trying to get my foot in on that because it's something I'm interested in. So I'm not judging the ones that y'all who do, because I mean I have friends who do. They be into luxury stuff, but they be like luxury fragrances is just something they're not willing to spend on, which I'm not mad at, because some of these luxury fragrances be out here costing, and I'd be like, really, for an ounce to charge this much? All depends. But back like into the makeup, girl. So I've been loving the Yummy Skin water powder serum. This stuff is amazing. Like if you have a foundation that's really glowy or luminous or dewy and you want to wear it anyway, then you should definitely pair this with it, because it will definitely change the way it looks on the skin, and it'll help it last a whole lot longer, because this stuff does really mattify. And if you put it with the Yummy Skin Balm, I feel like you won't have any oils come through all day with the right setting spray. So I've been thoroughly enjoying this and using this with a few of the things I have here, especially because a few of the things I have here are like skin tints or like, you know, like luminous foundations, and y'all know like I've been testing those out more, so I needed this. So this came in right in time, and when the sale comes I'm gonna get another one, because I feel like I'm gonna run out of this throughout the summer, and I'm gonna just have the balm. And I like having that along with the balm, because I don't really like to scoop the balm out. I prefer to be able to just squirt something out on my face and keep moving instead of having to dig in the balm and rub and all that. So that's just my personal preference. So I actually ended up liking this Calibre Hideaway brightening hydrating under eye serum concealer. I've been using it. It's just a color corrector. I had the shade Sunset, because like realistically using this as a concealer was not it. Y'all saw me using in the first Sephora haul video and it was not it. So yeah, I don't recommend using this as a concealer. I was not impressed as a concealer, but as a color corrector it's amazing, and then you just put a concealer on top of it. I really like it for that. So I've been using it for that and thoroughly enjoying it. I like the one from Rare Beauty as well, but I feel like that one just does a little better job, and I can put it around the mouth and other places. It doesn't have that weird metal ball that you use to put underneath the eye. It's like a cooling thing. I prefer just a traditional paddle as opposed to like the whole metal eye thing. Because I feel like when you try to put it other places, it's really hard to maneuver, whereas a doe foot is traditional and it's just easier to work with, for lack of a better term. Okay, so the other concealer, I only have two more concealers. I have this one from NYX. This is a NYX Pro Fix Stick. I have the shade Nutmeg, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Nutmeg. I have been using this quite thoroughly. I really like cream concealers to put underneath the eyes when I first start off. So I'll like color correct, and I put this underneath the eyes to like make sure we color up the color corrector, just in case I use a sheer concealer. And then I'll put a cream concealer, a liquid concealer on top. So according to Makeup by Ariel, you're supposed to do a cream and then a liquid. So I color correct, then I do the cream concealer, and then I put a liquid concealer on top to make sure I get the coverage that I want. But I really like this stick. I find it very nice, especially for the price point. It's pretty creamy and goes on pretty well. I like the Jouer one as well, but that one is more affordable than the Jouer one is. I don't know why I started off with concealers instead of foundations. I guess because I've been mixing so many foundations. So I don't know. I only have one concealer though. One more concealer. So I have the one from Fenty. What is it called? We're Even, apparently. I have the shade, what shade is this? I have the shade 410W. I wear the shade 420 in the foundation, but I have 410W when it comes to the concealer, because I feel like it's a nice concealer, still give a decent amount of brightness in it. So I've been liking it for that reason. Brightness underneath the eyes, and it's actually pretty good concealer. It's a hydrating concealer. The only thing is you need to make sure you use a mattifying powder if you're someone who has oily combination skin like myself, or just oily skin, because not setting this with the proper powder still makes you look oily at the end of the day. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I think it's a nice formula. I'm not crazy about it, but it's not bad. I do like this one over her original formula though. I just feel like it's a little smoother and, you know, gives a lighter, airier feel to the under eye. So I've been enjoying using it, and I've only used like a couple of concealers. As you can see, I haven't been using a whole lot of under eye and concealer products. I normally try to rotate through my collection, but lately I've just been enjoying those, so I haven't been trying to force myself to finish off other things. I'm gonna start doing that again soon though, just because I'm like, I want to get some stuff out the way, especially just in case new things decide to pop up. For the next thing, so I've been using the Fenty, what is this? I forgot what it's called. Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Long Wear Foundation. Of course I have the shade 420. I just talked about that. This one looks really like golden hour, really glowy on the skin. It makes you look kind of oily if you have oily combination skin like myself, and if you have dry skin, then it just looks like you're glowing from within and you have like a golden hour moment. So this is one I have to definitely set down with a mattifying powder. I can't just use a regular foundation powder. Like if I use a regular foundation powder, I feel like I look oily at the end of the night, even with setting spray. So I have to prep when I use this one because it kind of gives that glowy effect and makes me look oily. I know it's just like a golden hour effect that's in the foundation, but I still feel like I look oily if I don't prep with the proper thing. So it's just like I have to prep a certain way to use this. So I feel like it'll get used for a little while longer. Not that I don't enjoy it, it's just more of, you know, summer's coming and I don't have to do all that prepping for a foundation when I have other foundations that I don't have to do all that with. So I've been enjoying it now, but I can see myself in the summertime putting it down for some other things that I'm about to show you because they have more mattifying properties on their own. So let's get the bougie combinations out the way. So I've been combining these two foundations. Y'all know the Sicily is super expensive. Like I was saying, y'all know this is one bougie combination because this foundation cost me $125 and I had to like hunt it down, I think at Nordstrom's or Rudolph Goodman or somewhere. And then the Prada one is more accessible. You can find this one at Sephora. So I like combining these together just because I feel like this one is closer to my skin tone. This one is a little bit lighter, so I feel like this will be more of like my winter shade. But I have been pairing it with the Prada one and really enjoying it because I wasn't that crazy about the Prada one. So combining it with this one is making me like the Prada one a whole lot better. So I'm liking this combination. Just keep in mind it's really bougie and expensive, girl. So you might not want to do it. I'm not mad if you don't. I only bought this Sicily one because it was on sale. I'm pretty sure it was like 15% off at Rudolph Goodman because they were having some like beauty sale or something. Have y'all noticed like the luxury brands are even doing like more often like beauty sales, and they didn't usually do that or whatever? But I'm like, hey, times are right for everybody, even you. How about that? So the next one is a more recent one that I purchased that isn't as expensive, but since I said I get the bougie ones out the way, let's just finish with the bougie ones and get the bougie ones out the way. So the next combination I have is the Glossier Stretch, I believe this is what it's called, Stretch Foundation. Yeah, Stretch Fluid Foundation. I have the shade, what shade is this? Deep 1, and then I have Deep 52 and the Radiant Skin Tint Broad Spectrum SPF 30 from La Mer. If you all remember, I told you all that this shade was way too light. So this one is even lighter than the one I got for Sicily. So I pair it with this one because this was more of my skin tone. Plus it's going to give more coverage since it's a skin tint. I didn't feel like it gave them much coverage. My members of my channel, you all saw how this foundation did, meaning how light it was and how crazy I looked with the matching La Mer powder. So I just found a way to make it work for me since I already owned it. I wasn't going to return it. So I like the formula. I think it's nice. It's just they need to do better with the shade range because if this is your darkest shade, it's not giving. I just pair it with this foundation because it gives the actual, you know, like coverage that I like, because y'all know me, I love coverage, and they work very nicely together. They have deeper shades in this, and I had better skin. I would definitely recommend getting it though. It's just, you know, the shade range is limited, and then it's a tint, and we know I'm a full coverage type of lady, so it's not giving, and I'm not living. So both of these foundations I've worn together and used on their own. I actually prefer using each one of them on their own as opposed to together. So these are the 2 time forward ones. If you all remember, I'll try to put over here. I did a video where I compared both of these to each other in addition to just doing a video of this on its own. I don't think I have a video of this on its own. I found this at the company cosmetic store for like 50% off and went ahead and bought it. And I'm so glad I did, so I could have it to compare to this one. Because these are actually quite similar. If you all saw that video, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, there was like a slight difference of the finish on the skin, but they have a lot of the same ingredients in them and all that. Like I said, I prefer just the video over here because I break it down. I'm not gonna break it down here, but I like each one of them. I feel like this is the one I would wear in the winter time, and this is the one I can wear in the summertime because this is the soft matte one and this is more of the soft radiant one. So in the winter time I can get away with a soft radiant situation, but like since spring and summer are coming up, I can't really use this one as often. I did mix this one with this one and made it work that way, but that's an expensive combination to mix because each one of these is like $125 a piece. If you don't find this at the company cosmetic store, if anybody ever finds this at the company cosmetic store, honey, I'm gonna be like, let me sell you some money because I'm gonna need like 3, because this is easily like my top foundation of the year. I am obsessed with this. I make myself use some of those other things I just showed you because like I've been loving this, but I'm like, I know it's expensive and I don't want to run out and I have to buy it again because it's expensive. because I didn't catch this on sale at Macy's, because Macy's literally only had one shade in stock, and it wasn't shade for my skin tone. It was like a light neutral something or another, so I had to pay the $125 for this. But I knew Tom Ford foundations are worth, like, you know, it to me personally, so I was like, I'm going to get it, and it did not let me down. Like, this foundation looks like skin, but better. I'm telling you, if you want blurred, nice looking skin, either one of these will work for you. With this one, if you have oily combination skin though, you're gonna have to put a mattifying powder, but with this one, it just looks amazing on the skin. Like, people stare at me everywhere I go when I wear this. My mom's talking about how nice my face looks when I wear this, and she like is used to seeing me wear a whole bunch of different foundations. It's rare that she compliments my foundation though. She'll usually talk about like what eyeshadow look I have on, so I was like, okay, yes, like, it's giving, I'm living. Either one of these would do, so if you can find this from a company cosmetics store, I would definitely say pick it up. Honey, it's definitely worth it. But I've been enjoying this one as well, and wanted to share them with you all because it's supposed to be my favorite thing, so I'm sharing with you my favorite things right now. Now we get to some more affordable ones. The last foundation combination I have to talk about is these two. So you all remember this was the first foundation I tried in my new Sephora haul of the stuff I bought during the Sephora sale. This is the Supergoop Protectant Daily SPF Tint 50. It gave hardly no coverage. I saw, what is her name, Tiara Willis, she used this as like an actual SPF instead of like a foundation, and I was like, oh, okay, but to me it's supposed to be a foundation, so that's what I'm going to use it as. So I like to mix it in with the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. I have the shade Medium Deep Warm Golden 31. I feel like this one is a little bit too dark for me. I feel like in the summertime it would be fine, but at the season I bought it in spring right now, it didn't work for me. I have the shade 46 in this, if anyone's curious. I can definitely see myself pairing these together throughout the summer, because this actually does do a good job of modifying the skin. It's supposed to be sweat proof, transfer proof, water resistant, and I feel like that'd be good for the summertime. So this plan on being one of my summer combinations of foundations, just because I get SPF in this in addition to the SPF I already put on, and then I'll have this foundation that it's supposed to be sweat proof and all that to work out for me. So I can definitely see myself using this up over the summertime, along with the Too Faced Born This Way combination I just showed you all. These other ones probably not so much. They're just ones I've been testing and enjoying right now. A lot of people say they don't like that foundation, which I'm shocked about, because I personally really liked it. So I was a little confused. I'm like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with y'all? Why don't y'all like it? I don't understand. I think it's great. A lot of people say they feel like it gumped up their pores and stuff. Again, I didn't have that issue, so I don't know what y'all did with it, or maybe you put too much on, or put it in the wrong areas, or you didn't use the blurring primer. I don't know exactly what happened. I just know my personal experience, I didn't have that experience with it, so I'm just be real about it. On to the next thing. So we have the Peach Pie Powder from Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake and Snatch Brightening Powder. So I know a lot of people don't like this powder initially. Initially, I was kind of had mixed feelings about it too, but I find that I like to use this and then put like a mattifying powder on top, so that way you get the brightening underneath it, but you still have a color that works best for your skin tone, that doesn't make it look, because a lot of people say they feel like it looks dry and ashy. So what I do is I just put a powder on top, and then I don't have that issue, and it still gets the brightening that I want. So I really like this. I actually plan on getting the Patrick Star Ultra Peach shade, so that way I can pair it with this, because I want to use this, but I want to have like more modifying peach color and not have to go in with like a more yellowish tone after I put this bright peach, or should I say this peach tone underneath it. So I'm appreciating him coming out with that. Plus I know it's mattifying, so it'll be perfect for summer. So this is one of the ones I plan on going to for summertime, because I have a mattifying powder to go with it, and I can still have that brightness underneath the eye I'm used to. Now don't get me wrong, I still love my yellow powders, and I still use my yellow powders. It's just lately I've been getting some more of the peach and pink vibes, if you will. So that's why I bought that one. Plus I just wanted to see if those tones actually work on some of my skin tone, because you know some of these trends they come out with doesn't work for everyone's skin tone. It works for a certain group of people. So I was like, let me see if this trend works for me, and it actually does. So I was happy about that. So the next one I have is the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder Foundation. I have the shade Y13. When this when she first leaked that she had a product coming on Instagram, I asked her, I'm like, girl, is it powder foundation finally? Because it's like, you ain't giving us no powder in like forever. Like I think the entire time I have been wearing makeup, I have never seen Natasha Denona come out with a powder. So I was like, Natasha girl, they found some powder? And she actually liked my comment. So I was like, oh, I guess that means it is powder. I don't know. I'm happy that she's finally coming out with some powder though, because I feel like it was a long time coming. Like, she has had makeup out for quite a long time, and I feel like she has yet that came out with a powder. So I'm kind of just like everybody else, like we're glad you finally came out with powder. I think this is supposed to be reusable, where you can like pop it out and get a different one. Oh, it has a nice little puff underneath it, if anyone's interested. But yeah, I think these are supposed to be refillable. Do not quote me. I hope they are, because I feel like that would be better for the environment. You can just take a little pan out and buy a new refill. Plus it won't cost you as much because you don't have to pay for the whole component again. But I've really been enjoying this. Like, I've been wearing this quite a lot. Lately I've been more into pressed powders than I'm loose powders. I'll go like in phases where I'm like, I'm all about the loose powder. I want to use a lot of loose powder. And then I'll go in phases where I'm like, no, I'll just use a pressed powder. So I'm in pressed powder phase right now. I have been using loose powders underneath the eyes sometimes, but I've mainly been trying to use pressed powders when it comes to the face. So that's where I am right now. So I've been using this Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder recently, because I've been liking to pair it with the baby pink shade from Pat McGrath's Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. And it's actually been looking really nice. Like, if you all see my Instagram pictures on Instagram recently, if you follow Gelbeauty-QM on Instagram, which you should, then you've seen I've been combining both of these to get that nice brightness underneath the eyes. I've had, it's either been this or the Huda Beauty peach powder underneath the eyes with another powder to like kind of, you know, make it look nice and blurred and airy and bright. But I've really been enjoying both of those, so I have used them quite a bit. I think I use them like every day this week, just about. I alternated between those and the peach one from Huda because they're just giving and I'm living. So let's get into some other stuff. So I have blushes, bronzers, highlighters, lip products, and then we should be done. So I'll start with the blushes. That's funny because I have 3 blushes and I have 3 bronzers. So y'all know I love me some Patrick Ta. So when I've been wanting to do a peachy moment, I've been combining a couple of these shades. So what I've been doing is I've been combining the She's the Moment, because that's my personal like favorite tone out of the new set he had. I think that was the only one that worked for my skin tone, honestly. But it's this nice like orangey-ish type shade. And then what I do is I mix both these orange blushes together, the powder ones, and then I'll put like the cream on top like you're supposed to with Patrick Ta. So I've been using Deep Coral with the She's a Moment collection and making that work. So I'll put both these ones at the bottom together and I'll put the cream on top, and I feel like it just gives me a gorgeous look to the skin on my face. So I've really been enjoying that. I really like these blushes. I use them sparingly though because they're kind of expensive, and that's like, I don't want to run out and have to buy them again if I do like them. But I do have a few luxury blushes, so I can probably use them a little bit more and get away with it. But I've been using the shade Deep Pink when I want to do like a pink moment. I'll mix it with sometimes the lighter pink, so that way you like, it's not super deep to the point where it's like giving more berry, because I do want the actual pink look. But some pink tones I feel like run too deep and they're kind of berryish, and I feel like I told you all that about this. So what I'll do is I'll mix it with like lighter pinks in my collection that don't necessarily work for me on their own. So for example, the original Dior blush they came out with, that like cool tone pink that they had, like I would mix that with this to kind of brighten it up and give it more of a lighter look, but it'll still work for my skin tone, but it's not giving more of a wintry pinkish feel. Because to me this definitely gives more like a fall wintry pink, but I know they were trying to make it pink to include everybody, which I appreciate. So I just kind of mix it with a lighter pink to get like the desired pink I prefer. So I've been mixing this with other pinks in my collection that are lighter to make it work for right now. When the fall comes, I can just wear it as a pink on its own. So it's been working out nicely for me. Just keep in mind those have a strong perfume smell. So if you're not crazy about the strong perfume smell, I feel like you're not going to be crazy about those blushes. Just FYI. Now on to the bronzers, gal. So I have 3 bronzers to talk about. So I've been using the crap out of the Buttermilk bronzer from NYX. I have to do better. I actually have on one of their blushes right now. I bought 4 of their new blushes, and I'm gonna do like a swatch party of them Sunday, because I have to do my Dior blushes tonight. Make sure that gets up. But yeah, so I have, this is the shade Do Butter. I bought one more shade that's deeper for the summertime, just because I figured I was gonna like the formula. These are quite pigmented, so I feel like you don't have to use a lot, and that's good because they're on the affordable side. They're $10. They blend out easily. I mean, like, they blend out like, well, butter. So they blend onto skin nicely. Just don't try to pick up a lot of product at once, because it might end up looking muddy on you if you're of a lighter skin tone. Because according to Morgan Turner, she feels like these are very pigmented. I guess because I'm darker and bronzer is kind of dark, I feel like it works better on my skin tone, so it wouldn't like show up as muddy or as much as like built up too much, for lack of a better term. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're on the lighter end. Morgan Turner says she thinks they're kind of like a little too pigmented. So just bear that in mind. But I've really been enjoying it, and I'm liking the fact that it's more affordable than the one I like from L'Oreal, because L'Oreal one is still like $5 more than that. And I'm like, to me that's kind of high for a drugstore product, $16. So when NYX came in with this $10 bronzer. I was like, say less, NYX. L'Oreal, who L'Oreal, what? Because I'm like, I feel like L'Oreal has been creeping up there lately. I feel like those highlighters are going to be $16 too. And I'm like, I'm just waiting on NYX to come out with a highlighter version of these buttermilk collection, because I just see it happening. Like, they've already given us the blush. The last thing we need from them is a highlighter, and then we'll be good. So hopefully the highlighter will come out for the holidays, or maybe sometime next year. I don't know, but I'm interested to see the highlighters and what colors they're going to come up with for that, because I just know it's going to be a thing. It's just in my mind, it's going to be a thing. On to the next thing. So we got the YSL All Hours Hype bronzer. I think I have the deepest shade they have, which is number 5. This is what she looks like. I think this is a great product. It looks nice and blurring on the skin. If you wanted a blurred matte version of the Giorgio Armani one that I'll show you in a second, then this would be good for you. And if you don't mind spending some luxury coin, then definitely it'll be good for you. I feel like I did a good job of showing you all different price points that I've been using throughout my collection for you to see that you can have any price point and still have a really nice bronzer. So I've been enjoying this one. I think it's nice. I think they should have at least one darker shade than this one, because I feel like this one isn't gonna work for everyone, but it's a nice formula and it does a good job of blurring and looking nice on the skin. So bravo to them. I do like the Rim Beauty one. I just haven't been using it as often as the other ones, but if you'd like a good dupe for the Westman Atelier bronzer, then the Rim Beauty ones was one. I gave you all that in a shorts a while back when her blush and bronzer collection first came out, showing you all alternatives to like other products with her products. So if you're interested in that, the shorts is up. It just says Rim Beauty, I think Dupe Alert or something like that. But onto this blush. So bronzer. This is the Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder of the shade 120. 120 is the deepest shade that they have. So this is what it looks like. To me, it just gave me the vibes of the L'Oreal one, but like deeper. Now, it does do a better job of blurring on the skin and looking really blurred and nice than the L'Oreal one. However, if you don't want to spend the coin, I did a video comparing this one to the L'Oreal one. I'll try to remember to link the thumbnail over here. But yeah, there's definitely an alternative to this. You don't have to spend the, I think this is $58 on it, and then I think the YSL one was $58 too. So both of these are like the $50 range. If you don't want to spend that, there are alternatives out there. The alternative to this would be the L'Oreal True Match, I think Lumi Bronzer is what it's called, and I think it's, I'm pretty sure I showed it on Amazon for like $15 or something. So you don't have to spend a lot to get a glowy bronzer to look nice. It's just, it's not going to be as blurred as this one is, because this one is quite blurred and nice, and you're going to have to build it up, because that one I did have to build up to kind of get even with this one. But if you don't mind doing those sorts of things, especially in this economy, I wouldn't mind doing it, then, you know, go ahead and pick that one up. Like I said, the video link, not the video link, but the thumbnails over here so you know what you're looking for. But as soon as I saw that one, that's immediately what it made me think of, and I was like, I gotta put it out there and put out the word to save all the girlies some coins. Okay, so we at the end, y'all. I swear, we just got lip products and highlighters, and it shouldn't take that long on the lip products, because y'all know I'm not really big into lips. I don't use that much. I do have a mascara, but you all know I got this one in PR a while ago. This is the Queen Musia 2053 mascara. This is the only mascara I've been using, and I have like a couple, 2 or 3 open at home, but I've just been using this one because I'm liking the fact that it's supposed to have the stuff in it to help your lashes grow. I don't necessarily see a huge difference, but in all fairness, I haven't used it for the amount of time they claim that you're supposed to. I think they said 6 weeks, and I think I may have had this like half of that time, so we'll have to see, and I have to update you on if it's been doing that. I'll leave an update on the description box of that video. I did a collab with Dion. The video should be, the thumbnail should be right here about this whole brand, and you'll see the other part of what they sent me in a minute, because I've been loving it. But let's get into these highlighters, because for once I actually don't have any eyeshadow palettes to show you. I know, right? Who am I? But see, what had happened was, when it comes to eyeshadows, I've been testing out a lot of different eyeshadow palettes, so I didn't have one I just kept going back to use. So that's why I don't have one just in particular to show you. Otherwise I would, but I don't have that because I've been testing them nonstop. But the highlighters I do have to show you are, of course, the Fenty Beauty ones. So I've been using the Fenty Beauty Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighters. I have the shade Yum Rum and Rich Honey. Now, I've been using Yum Rum a lot lately, but Rich Honey was the one I was originally using the most, because I felt like it was like another version of Trophy Wife without the, you know, extra glittery formula that comes with that one. So I appreciate that one. So this is what Rich Honey looks like. I really like the color of this. I think it's really nice. I wish it had been a little bit more like Trophy Wife yellow. It's not, but that's okay. Maybe in the future she'll come up with a Trophy Wife version of these. I heard these are supposed to be limited edition though, so if you're interested in picking them up, you might want to. But in all fairness, I feel like she says limited edition just to test the waters to see how much people are going to like them and how they're going to do them. Let me show you. Yup, rum since we're here. I ended up damaging mine. I don't know how. I'm mad at myself for it. It's like a little hump in it. As you can see right here, I don't know how I did that, but I did. But this is supposed to be more like the rose goldish type shade, and I love me a rose gold moment. This is actually the one Rihanna wore in her campaign photos for this, and I love a rose gold highlighter, so I was like, yes, Rihanna girl, say less. I plan on mixing this with the rose gold shade from Becca in the future, just to see how they'll look together, because I'm interested in seeing how that's going to work out. Okay, so on to the last things. So here's the other half of what Queen Musia sent me. I love their lipsticks. I think they are so gorgeous. I have the shade Madame Bovary and Molly Bloom. I think Molly Bloom is probably the one I use the most, but I love a good like peachy nude lipstick. And I love that they call these unicorn horns. I thought they were like unique packaging for sure. But this is just a lovely like peachy shade. The weird thing is like when you see it, it just looks like a weird like faded orange shade, but it's a really nice peachy shade on the lips, and it lasts a pretty decent time. It's not a super creamy formula, so then that way it doesn't like move all around the lips when you're talking or when you go to put it on, because it's not that creamy, but it's not too stern to where it's like hard to rub it on and it feels, you know, thick and cakey on the lips, if that makes any sense. So I really like the formula because of that. I do have a code with Queen Musia if you're interested in purchasing. Will get you, I believe you get 20% off. Do not quote me. But this is what the pink shade looks like. I just picked the standard shades I like. I like the shades Dion picked too though, so in the future I can see myself picking up some more shades from this brand. Y'all know I'm not crazy about lipsticks, but I will say that for lipsticks and mascara to be their first launches, I think they did a good job with the products that they did launch, and I was thoroughly impressed with them. So those are some of the lipsticks I've been using the most. The rest of them are, I guess, well, a couple of them are somewhat affordable. Well, no, that's only one that's actually somewhat affordable, so let me get the affordable one out the way, because the other ones are just gonna be kind of expensive. Not even front. Like the lip glosses aren't too bad, but the lipsticks, they're high. I'm not even gonna front. Like, so I've actually been using these Made by Mama Mitchell lip glosses. I think they're called Beams. Yeah, I have used Milkshake for Me and Coral a lot. So Milkshake for Me is like a really nice baby pink shade. So it's like if you have a pink lipstick on that's kind of light and then you want to put a lip gloss on top of it, then this one to me is gorgeous. Like, I love this shade. I feel like it's such a unique shade of pink to my collection, because I don't usually buy shades like this, but this came in a set with like all his lip glosses, and I have been loving that one. It just looks so nice and milky on the lips. I'm assuming that's why it's called Milkshake, because it gives an amazing milky lip look to the lips. Then the shade Coral is basically like a peachy shade. So if you ever noticed like pink shades, peachy shades, I like mauve shades, and then more like a beigey nude. Those are shades I usually go for. So this is what Coral looks like. I like it on top of certain peachy tone lipsticks when I want some extra oomph and I want the like milky wet looking lip, and then I would put this on top for pictures. I think these lip glosses are stunning. They have a really nice formula to them too. When they fade away beautifully. It's not like it's just a huge chunk missing and you don't get that horrible like white butthole lip line underneath the lips from when you wear the product too, which I think is nice, because some products I own, they do that, and that does annoy me, so I just kind of be like So next, of course, I have to talk about my Huda Beauty Faux Filler Lip Glosses. I have been obsessed with these. I had bought 2 more during the sale. The original shades I started off with were Honey and Sugar Baby. And Sugar Baby actually sold out during the sale and people couldn't get their hands on it. I don't know if it came back in stock during the sale. Y'all can tell me if you end up getting your hands on it. But I love these glosses. So I initially bought these 2, and then I loved them so much that I went back to get like some fall shades, some deeper shades for me to wear during the sale. So this is the shade, what is it, Bombshell, and this is shade Foxy. So these are just like deeper versions of those versions I showed you about. As you can see, this is more like a chocolatey brown, kind of reddish brown lip. And then this is more of like a mauve. Like I told you, I like mauve. So I got this to go with the other lipstick shades I do wear on a regular basis to put on top to give like the juicy wet lip for summer. Because when summer comes, I love to have me a good gloss moment. Okay, I need a gloss moment. We're down to the last 2 products, y'all, I swear. So I have these YSL Rouge Volupte Candy Glazes. I have 15, which is Showcase Nude, and then I have number 14. I don't remember what the name of it is, and I don't have the box for it. I just had on 14 literally like yesterday. No, sorry, Thursday, and that's what it looks like. It's just a nice chocolate brown. I found out about this one from, what's her name? Makeup by Tammy Clark and Jackie Yana. They were talking about these shades, and I found out about shade number 15 from this makeup artist I follow. She was at the New York makeup show with Danessa Myricks. She is a British makeup artist. I really love her style. She does the makeup of one of the ladies that's in Black Panther, the bald-headed lady, the bald-headed skinny one, the new one that they added on to the cast after Chad Boseman sadly passed away. But this is what it looks like. So with a shade like this, I like to put like that light pink milkshake shade on top of this, because it is a nice pink, and on my skin tone it's lighter, and then I like to make it even lighter with that, and it just looks stunning on the lips. Like, it could also go with Foxy too, because it gives like kind of a mauve effect if you want to make it deeper. So depending on how you want to manipulate the color and make it look, that would determine which gloss I put on top of it, even though it is glossy. But you know, I'm just extra like that. Leave me alone. Mind your business. No, but those are all the things I had to talk about with y'all. I know it's a lot, girl, but y'all know me. I be having a lot of stuff, and I love a lot of stuff. So we gonna talk about a lot of stuff. But comment down below and tell me what current favorites you've been using. Is it some new stuff you bought from the Sephora sale? Is it something that just older that you really fell in love with, like I did when it came to some of the stuff that I showed you? Or is it just, you know, you don't want to tell and you want to be gatekeeping? That's fine too. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I was using. But remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you're interested. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. So be blessed, girl. Bye.